Yay. Those roses are gorgeous. I'm sitting like chicken in my lavender.
Yay, we have our growing things. How are you?
Look, this is like, it's neon.
That is so beautiful. It just makes me happy. The smell of lavender and roses. It's like my favorite things.
Yeah, it's really nice. Super nice. Hi.
Hi. Hello. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, it was a pretty day today.
We went for a hike in the Ski Valley. It was a major, you want to talk about Stairmaster.
Yeah.
Straight up. The dogs are out. They're just absolutely out on the ground, passed out.
That's great.
But it was really beautiful up there.
Inspired in a good way. Hi, whoever's saying hi.
Hi. I don't know who that is. How are you?
I don't know, but hi. Oh, I had an interesting day today. I was working on some stuff in my sewing room, and so I listened to this short novel that was read on YouTube that my friend Nancy recommended, called "The Fire Next Time," and I was going to order the book. She said it's a really short read, and then I found it on YouTube that somebody was reading it, and I was like, I don't know, inconsolable for a little while. It's so
these days, a lot of crying.
It was written in 1963, and so much has not changed, and has gotten worse. It's just it was encouraging, though, to see where we're at now, and that maybe this is a watershed moment. And that's what I'm really.
James Baldwin, right?
Here, James Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was well read on the YouTube video, and I highly suggest listening to it. I also heard a really good panel this morning on Joy Reid, and I'll post that in the YouTube section.
Definitely.
But it's, as we keep saying, this is a time for white people to be listening. And there's so much we don't know about what our Black brothers and sisters have suffered, and for how long, and the indignities of just living day to day and what that does over time. And it was staggering to listen to, and I highly recommend, if you have a couple hours, to listen to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll definitely check it out.
So in the meantime, there's always shortbread.
Shortbread's a feel-good comfort food in time.
It is. So this is what's interesting about this shortbread recipe. It's similar to what I've read about pie crust, that you can put it in the refrigerator, let it get rest in there and get solid, and then use the grater and grate it, and that makes it really flaky. But
so you grate the dough? Is that what you're saying? You grate the dough?
Yeah, you grate the dough. Yeah, and I've seen people do that with pie crust too.
I mean, I do it with the butter, but I've never done it with the dough.
Mm-hmm. So this is with the dough, and because I don't have an assistant and this is not the magic of television, I did half the recipe earlier today, and that one is in there, and that's getting hard, and I'll grate that one on the bottom.
Okay.
But I'm going to make the other half now, and that will not be hard, and I'm going to put that on the top, and we'll compare.
I love it. I love that. Just this, like the experiment kitchen, the test kitchen.
Yeah, I'm testing. So I did make, though, I didn't have raspberry jam. I have apricots. So I made apricot jam this morning.
Yum.
So that's what's going in
apricots from your own apricot.
We're not getting apricots this year. I'm using my last year ones.
Oh, but I bet it's yummy.
So good. So good. And apricot jam's stupid easy. I think I posted that before, how easy and fast that is to make. So So here we go. This is what I'm gonna do.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna make the dough first, and I am going to. This is a half recipe because I made the other half already, and that one's the one that's going to be chilled and on the bottom. So I'm going to put a cup of flour, and generally, I think I told you I like to do this. Stir the flour in the bag.
Yes, I do that now. I have learned from you.
And then I'll grab it because otherwise it gets really compacted, and I don't think it measures the same way.
If we just talk about shortbread for a moment, okay, so the classic shortbread is like the butter cookies that are like Scottish with the little Scotties on them, or
like
kind of like a tea cookie, that people have with tea.
Yep.
And they're butter based.
So that's baking powder going in there. And I'm going to use, as you know, my vanilla salt, but you can just use regular salt.
Yum. I want to get some. Next time I go to the store, I'm going to get a whole bunch of salt too, because I got a ton of new mason jars, and I'm going to just start salting and sugaring and flavoring everything.
Yeah, it really adds a whole depth of flavor that I love. So then I'm just going to mix this up with a little whisk, make sure everything's all mixed up together. And then
like biscotti.
What?
Are you making a joke because I said Scottish, or are you serious?
I'm not making biscotti, although that's been on my list of things to want to make.
Yeah, we will make that. We will make biscotti, definitely.
I make it for Christmas every year.
Shortbread's it's a buttery, sugary, but so buttery, salty.
Biscotti is hard. It has
that shortbread.
Yeah. All right. So this is what I do. I have to butter this pan. So I always take the wrapping paper and I use that to butter.
I do that too. It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, and it gets rid of any excess butter that was on there.
And you don't want to have any blank spots.
Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so that goes in the sugar. So we're going to just cream the sugar and the butter together, but you're not going to do it. This is really soft, so I don't really have to do it on. I think I could just do it on low.
What kind of sugar?
I'm using organic, regular old sugar, but mine has vanilla beans in it. That's what those brown things are, not bugs.
So someone saying this, okay, so biscotti is hard and shortbread is soft. No.
Well,
they're totally different things.
They're different cookies.
Yeah, they're totally different. They're both great with tea and coffee.
Yeah.
And to dip in your tea and coffee. They're just really different. Biscotti has nuts in it a lot of the time.
Yeah, nuts. I use dried fruit in mine. At Christmas, I use dried cranberries. But it's twice baked. That's the thing about biscotti. You bake it twice.
Right.
So it has a completely different texture than shortbread.
Yeah. Shortbread is a hard, snappy little butter cookie. There's that Scottish Walker's shortbread, stuff like that. It
kind of melts in your mouth because of the amount of butter.
It's a massive amount of butter. Massive.
Yeah. Okay. So I cut this in half. Each half has a whole stick of butter.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're basically eating butter.
Yeah. Butter and flour and sugar.
Yum.
So I'm going to put the egg yolk in now and some vanilla. This is not Kettle One. This is my homemade vanilla.
But the cool thing I love that you're doing is you're adding an apricot element to this.
Yeah. I am a fruit, I like fruit pies. If I'm going to do dessert, that's what I want. I want fruit in it. Because I trick myself into thinking it's a food group.
Because it's better for you.
Okay, so the butter's got the egg and the vanilla incorporated in it. Now I'm going to slowly add the flour mixture until it just starts to come together into a dough. So you just got to have patience because it will do it. You don't need to put this on high, just do it low.
So somebody was saying, oops, and I'm like, I just want to reiterate, there is no judgment on Corona Kitchen. You can ask any question you want. There's no ridiculous question. We're happy to answer anything about the difference of different things or what.
Oh, yeah.
We're happy to answer your questions. So don't worry.
See, this is coming together into a dough now.
That's a good looking dough for shortbread.
Yeah, it's pretty. And I'm gonna, so this is this recipe. It says if I was going to do this, the way this particular author of this recipe recommends is to take it out of here and, oh my God, I have to taste it.
Good. So what, where did you get the recipe?
Food and Wine, because I'm a Food and Wine girl.
Every day.
I've been collecting their cookbooks for 1,000 years.
I started getting their newsletter when we started Corona Kitchen, and I like it. It has good ideas. You can get it via email.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed them. I've cooked out of those cookbooks for I don't know how many years and years. Okay, so this is a nice soft dough. Where are you? There you are. And this is what it says to do. Put it in a plastic and then roll it kind of into a log.
Yeah.
And then put it in the refrigerator.
And your hand magically takes the wrap.
Whoa, hand magically appeared. I have 3 hands.
That was so funny, David. Your hand just like appeared.
I'm gonna try and see again. So this is super soft.
Yeah.
So if I was gonna harden this up, I'd put it in the refrigerator for about an hour.
And you have some that has been in there for an hour?
Yeah, I just stuck that in my freezer.
And there
so
you go.
Yeah, this has been in here for over a couple of hours, and it's super hard.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like, hear it?
Oh.
It's hard, which I think it has to be because if I'm going to use the grater.
Oh my God, this is so interesting. This is like a whole new world right here. I've never.
Yeah, we're going to a whole other place, people.
I've never seen this in my life happen for shortbread.
So you want to do it right in the pan and try and, get it all over, kind of evenly distributed. But the point is, this is supposed to make it super flaky.
Wow. See, I would think, okay, you do your butter like that and then you slowly, form it, but you still would not do it with the dough. But are you going to press it down or what are you going to do?
No pressing. No pressing.
Oh, just stay like that?
Yeah, that's apparently the case, yes. And then you're supposed to just like move it around with a, just a spoon. It, if anything gets up on the side.
This is a whole new world for me. And then where does the apricot come in?
Oh, it's coming, baby.
This is all new.
Yeah, I like layered shortbreads. I always have. So this was interesting to me. I thought, oh, I can do one kind on the bottom and one kind on the top and see if there's a huge difference. I mean, I would think there would be. Look at all the air in between all of these.
Yeah.
All of the little pieces. When, normally you're pressing it down with a spoon or, your fingers.
It's going to meld all together. It's going to meld.
It's going to meld.
Like the butter.
Can't we all just get along and meld?
Can't we just meld?
I know, that's kind of the place we're in right now.
Let's just be kind and meld, will you?
Yeah. This this is going to be. I also love chocolate shortbread, like to dip it in chocolate.
Yum.
But this won't be that kind of a cookie. But
so
I guess if I wanted to, I could drizzle chocolate on the top afterwards because the layer goes in between.
I have to say that in your Christmas cookie package that you do, you had a Linzer one that had like a jam with it.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I've been making that Linzer bar for a long time.
Incredible.
It was one of the first things I learned how to make was a Linzer tort when I was working in this French restaurant in upstate New York. And the pastry chef there was wonderful. And I learned how to make a real, well, it was really, with you use an egg yolk, and it was a super complicated recipe.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, but the one I make as a cookie is a bar cookie, and it works really well.
Look at that. It looks like cheese, but it's not.
I know. Parmesan, cookie Parmesan.
That's so interesting. You just do the whole roll, and it's all grated. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So this is what it said. Like, just use a little spatula to get it down on the sides and kind of move it around. You don't want to press it.
Okay.
Leave all that air in between.
I'm fascinated to know what this is going to look like.
Me too.
And taste like afterwards.
Yeah, me too. So I'm just kind of making sure that the edges have all the way to the end, because I hate when the edges are different size than the middle part.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the here, I'll use this jam. Now you'll probably see some pieces of vanilla because that's in the sugar, which I'll take out the big ones. But
yum.
Can you see like the little bits of vanilla?
That just looks so good. Oh, yum.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to kind of break the beautiful airy spaces in between.
Wow.
It's kind of cool though, isn't it?
I have never, this is like nothing I've ever experienced in a short.
Well, I have to say that chocolate mousse last night was not anything I've ever experienced either. We're
is blowing each other's minds here. Well, I'll tell you, I have mousse for you and David. It was and is phenomenal.
Oh, I can't wait.
So good.
The picture was gorgeous.
The group I was with ate that so fast that it made your head spin. I was like, what? What happened?
Yay.
But okay. I was literally up till 3 o'clock in the morning from the caffeine. I couldn't go to sleep. I was bouncing off the walls. That instant coffee, and I put 2 packs in. Oh my God. I was like, is this cocaine?
I so did not sleep last night either. So, but that was not my excuse.
It was crazy. So I'm giving you some tonight.
Okay.
And stay up.
All right. So that's the way it looks without the.
Wow. Okay.
So it's very light and fluffy is what I would say. All right. I'm going to get the other one out.
What do you put it in the oven?
350 for about 35 minutes.
Okay.
And, see, now this, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to drop it on the top because this is super soft, the dough right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's, and I don't want to crush that bottom layer because that's the whole experiment right there.
So it's going to be, when you cut it, it will have top part that it is, apricot-y, and then it's not going to cover it totally, or is it?
Well, here's the thing. If I had done it the way they're saying, it would.
Oh, with Yeah, then you'd have an interior layer of apricot. Okay.
Correctamundo.
Okay, I'm getting it now.
Okay.
Takes a while.
It's okay. You got it. It's good. So because I don't, this dough isn't hard and I don't have the magic of TV, I'm going to try and experiment and see if it tastes different, if the top layer is really different than the bottom one. Because when normally you just press this into the pan.
Right.
So we'll have to see if this is really different. I'm trying to make sure I get it all over, but we'll have to see. I think I will.
Once you take it out, because we're not going to see this, do you cut it immediately or you wait for it to cool, or what do you do?
I think you wait for it to cool. But I generally, with shortbreads, I score it.
Okay.
And then let it cool.
Okay.
That's generally what I do. I don't know. I'll have to read and see what this was. So I like a glass pan because then I can kind of watch it. So about halfway through this baking process, I'm going to open the oven door and look and see if if I need to cover it, because this needs about 35 minutes in there.
With foil.
Yeah, with some foil. And so it's at 350. This dough is delicious.
I could eat that dough. That's such good dough.
Yes, you could. It's super good. All right, so that's the way it looks.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm gonna put her in the oven and see.
Good luck.
I'll post it when I'm done.
Good job. That's fun to experiment. New method.
Yeah. It is. Well, thanks for experimenting with me.
Anytime.
Okay. I'm gonna make dinner.
I'm going to get some Chinese food.
Oh, cool. Where are you going?
The Chow's is open.
Cool.
And then I will probably swing by your house and drop off some mousse.
Yay. We'll be here. David's super excited. So,
I hear
as I said in the post, the reason I'm making this is because he has a sweet tooth. Last night we were eating and we ate dinner and we had, really nice pizza. And he's like, I should have got ice cream. I need something. So I thought, well, I better make some dessert just in case.
Well, that's going to be good. Yeah, we bought Ben and Jerry's at the market 2 nights ago because the owners of Ben and Jerry's were arrested at a protest.
Oh, yay.
We wanted to support them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I remember buying I came to see them talk here. Oh, it's around Occupy time. And they were selling, I still have it actually, little stamps that you could stamp money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still have that in my purse. Occasionally I will stamp money. But
yeah, one of my friends bought that like Harriet Tubman stamp and just like did like
yay.
hundreds of bills.
There is so much work to do, but we can do it and crawl over broken glass on your eyeballs to vote. That's all I can say.
On the local level and the federal level, everything.
Every single one. Yeah.
We forget we have the power to elect the right people. And I don't know why we get complacent. I know
things that happen. We are too complacent for way too long. So, yeah. I mean, as a culture, I voted in every election since I was able to vote, but
Me too.
I mean everything, school board, everything.
Me too. It's exciting. I took my kids when they were little with me into the voting booth. We always made it a big deal. And it's exciting. It's a privilege. And
it is indeed.
I'm excited. I'm going to have an 18-year-old that can vote. And all the friends and everybody who graduated this year can vote from high school. So that's
very exciting.
Their
It's
world.
your voice heard. It
Their
is.
world.
Yep. There's, it's still one man, one vote, or one woman, one vote, or one person, one vote. So let's do it.
Your vote counts. Don't forget it. Okay.
I will post pictures. I'm going to bake my cookies.
Yay!
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everybody.
Last night was number 80. This is 81.
Okay, congrats to us. And P.S. the photo contest winner will happen later tonight.
Yes, it will.
Right, Monty?
Yeah, watch the banner.
Watch the banner. Who will it be?
Woo! Okay, see you guys. Wear a mask.
Bye. Thank you.
Manja.
Bye.